So in this video we're going to show you how to make the pleats for this lab, the stepped panel lab right here. This can be pretty complicated, so this video is we're going to do this video by itself to show you how to form these pleats. So you're going to make the pleats ahead of time. As you can see right here, we've already got them in here, so we're going to do the pleats on the other side, but they need to look like this after they're finished. So you need to go ahead and put your tape down just like you would on any other mold. The sealant tape's already in place, and then you need to cut your pleats out. It'll tell you in the instructions to go ahead and cut the pleats out ahead of time. So I went ahead and cut some of them. They need to be about 4 inches, so just take your roll of tape and then just measure it out to 4 inches with a ruler. Once you have measured one out and got it about 4 inches, you don't really have to use your ruler anymore. Just go off of the pieces that you have. It'll be a lot quicker than having to measure it each time. So have one out and then just kind of lay your tape next to it, and you can cut them all that way. Makes it go by a lot quicker. Once you have all of them, you need 8 of them. Once you have them out, you can put your tape off to the side, and then the instructions will show you how to make a T. What it means by that is to take this and fold it. Try to get it, don't let these ends touch, so you can put your finger in between them and then kind of fold it like that. Make the tape touch, keep it straight, and then you'll have a little flange like that. And so that's what it means when you make these pleats in like a T shape right there. So you want to form those. You can form them all at once or do them one at a time. It's really up to you. I don't see any benefit either way. So got the pleat formed, the T pleat formed, and then you want to pull this paper back. This can be a little complicated. Make sure you don't leave any pieces of backing in there to contaminate it. So you want to get that out of the way, and then take your pleat, make sure that T part's back, and then just stick it right there on the edge. Make sure everything stays straight, the flanges down, and then you can fold that back over it so you don't get any contamination. And that is how you would apply one of these pleats, just like that. And then you'll want to do it on the other side. Let me take care of that one real quick. It's just the same, but doesn't hurt to see it again. Again, keep those from touching, and make your T, just like that. Little flanges out, and then again, pop it on that corner. Now you want to push down, and go ahead and try to get these little gaps sealed in, because when you do pull vacuum on it, that's where most of your leaks are going to be at, right where that T joins. Okay, so we've got those. Those are pretty simple. Just pop those in place. These can be a little bit more complicated down in the corners. So go ahead and get your paper pulled out of the way. Make sure that is in really well, so you could take your scissors or a squeegee, just kind of make sure it's in that corner, not bridging, because this is where, look, that's where most of your leaks will form when this part is made, when you go to bag it. So kind of get that tucked in real well, and then again make another pleat just like you did before. Get those folded back. Still have your T. I like to kind of fold those down to where you can put that joint into there. So just pop that into that corner. Now you can see there's a hole right there. So this is where most of the leaks develop. So be mindful of that area. So what we'll do is we'll smash that down in as tight as we can. Cover it back up. push it in there, take care of that little hole. Again, this is where most of your leaks are going to be, so deal with it now and then deal with it when you bag the part and you should be good. Pretty complicated area. So we'll pull this, do this side real quick. And as you can see, I'm bridged pretty bad with the tape. It's just natural. Really hard to get that tucked into that sharp corner. So I'll go ahead and push that in. You'll also notice that while I'm doing this, I do not have gloves on. So I do not have my PPE. But the reason why is because this tape is non-toxic, can't hurt you at all. The mold release is dry, so there's not any damage to my hands. When you try to do this with gloves on, the gloves are just going to constantly stick to the tape and it's going to be a nightmare. So this is one of the few times where I'll suggest not using gloves. So pop that in just like before. Make sure you seal it up really good. Get rid of all those little black dot looking areas. And now we have our 8 pleats in place. You want to do this, of course, before you even try to do your layup, because it takes so long to do. Your part could cure on you before you could even get it bagged. So make sure you do this. The directions tell you to, but don't get ahead of yourself and do the wet layup. So this is ready to create the wet layup. That way you can bag it immediately after. So that's how you make your pleats. And we've got all 8 pleats in place and ready to do the wet layup in another video.